Hey everybody, Koopa here with a completely original and just brilliant idea that no one on YouTube has ever done. A tier list. And not just any tier list. A tier list of the most relevant game in 2022. That's right, the game Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64. Everybody has been trying. No one's made this tier list before, I bet. And if they do, they stole my idea from past. Okay. Now that we got all that cleared, time for the tier list. But while you're at it, this magnificent list obviously needs you to like and subscribe, because it's so revolutionary. So this is in a pretty random order. So we'll just go the Bowser levels, all three of them. And that's an 8. Because granted, they are just a straight path to a boss, and the boss is the same, but they're pretty iconic. You really can't... Like, I still remember when I rented this game as a kid, getting to the first Bowser and being, like, pumped. And I think there's a nostalgia to that, maybe, but even now when I was replaying on my Twitch / whatever it is, link in the here, even I felt a little bit like, oh yeah, we're here now. Heck yeah. And the lava one's pretty good, and the last one I feel is the weakest, oddly enough, but it does have some cool moments, and the final battle arena with Bowser is pretty sick. Next we got Peach's Castle. S tier.
Oh, did I win?
Just for the amount of exploration and the secret hidden things you can find and do. This also includes like the slide, which is always fun, and finding Yoshi on the top, and the invisibility cap star. Just great, iconic, what a Mario hub should be, I feel. Next we just got Boo's Haunted, whatever it's called. The Boo level. B for Boo. No explanation needed. Moving on. That's like, subscribe. Alright. Bomb on Battlefields. Top of S. Move this down. There you go. The best Mario 64 course. Just think about this. Mario, the first level of the game, is a war between red bombs and black bombs. The first star Mario is to do is take out a political figure. That's hardcore. And there's just a variety of stars to get in this. Koopa the Quick, the red coins in the place that's round. And just playing this as a kid, and even now, it feels like the biggest course, even though it might not be. Just because everything is spread. You can see everything. So there's no like hidden stuff like the volcano or that waterfall in Hazy Maze Cave. You see everything. You can go to everything, and it's cool. I think it's literally the best course in the game. I mean, stay to the end to find out how I rank the essence. I mean, this is Snowman's Land. Cool Mountain. Yes. Cool Mountain, the name that I thought of just then. That's another S, I think. No, that's an S. Maybe lower, but still an S.
'Cause baby, you know that I'm way past cool. Way past cool.
Because the variety of stars, you can connect a snowman together. That's pretty... The star itself was kind of annoying to get. But the course, the idea of that is new. Reuniting the penguins, that's new. There isn't a lot of just get to the top of the place to get a star kind of thing. You actually have to do a lot in this course. And of course, race with the penguin, great. Water level, this one. Dire Ducks. That's D for Dire. Is this one the manta ray one? I don't know where I should rate this. It's C because I think it's the best water level. No, it's D. It's the water level. It's not the worst water level. So D for dire docks. The boarding the ship was interesting. Um, doing this scaffolding red coin star wasn't implemented well, but I like the idea of it. Going through the manta rings was interesting, but I don't think they were fun. They were interesting, but you know what? We'll put it in C because they were interesting, but they weren't implemented well. Haze Maze Cave, worst cars, they're D. No star in this one is fun. Not a single one. Maybe the Dory one, but that's pretty simple. You just beat up Dory and then she gives you a star or something. Or you go up to the top and get a star. But the maze in the Hazy Maze Cave, boring. Getting the red coin stars, the worst. Getting the 100 coin star, painful. The only good star in this is technically not counted as its star. When you get to Metal Cap, it says that's a Peach Castle star. So you can't even count that in this context. So no D, worst. If you like this course, tell me in the comments. And if you don't like this course, tell me in the comments. This is, I believe, Wet Dry. Jolly Roger Bay. Yes, that's it. Jolly Roger Bay is Jolly Roger D. Eel, there's like 2 eel ones. The treasure chests are all guessing. As far as I know, there might have been some sort of weird hint that I missed. There's a cannon that's kind of interesting, I guess. But really just a boring kind of water level and Lethal Lava Land. That's a B. No, that's an A. No, it's a B. Yeah, B for all the bullies you have to fight. Because I don't really like when in a course there's just a star that there's one star where you beat up bullies. There's another star where you beat up more bullies. One star where you go in the volcano. Another and climb to the top. Another star where you climb up the volcano and go slightly to the right. Kind of I never liked it that way. I don't like that kind of repetition. But the level itself is interesting enough that I think it makes up for that, but still a B. Not as good as Boo's Mansion, but still a B. Rainbow Ride. I thought about this when I was like thinking of this idea. And Rainbow Ride is probably the most original. But there's a lot of waiting on this the cloud, on the carpet rides. And if you fall off, you have to do it all over again to punish yourself. And there's a lot of like every star is just getting to the star. There isn't much puzzle solving or any fights you have to do. So I'm gonna put it in B. Okay, I'm actually gonna move up Boo's Mansion. No, for the meme, we're gonna put it at B, but it's high B. The Rainbow Ride is middle B because it's just so unique that you have to give it credit, even though it's frustrating. Dry. No, that's not dry. That's Shifting Sand Land. That's an A. That's probably high A. A lot of unique stars. There's a pyramid that feels like it could be its own course. A boss, which everyone loves. Those Tox boxes, and an interesting element. Klepto with the stealing of a cap. There's a lot you can do in this, but it sometimes almost feels like there's too much. And it also has a just find the secrets element, and I really don't like those. I find them there's like walk around and maybe find something. And in the pyramid, there's a couple stars that are just get to the top of the pyramid. Granted, one of them is a boss, so it's slightly better. So high A. And it wouldn't, if you wanted to put this in S, I wouldn't blame you. But it's my tier list, and this is my channel. Snowman's Land. Low A.
Barely made it.
Because there's the igloo, which is just kind of fun. Getting up to the Snowman's Land, kind of fun. Bully, the chili bully. You've done it before by then, but still pretty interesting. What are the stars? But there's some obviously forgettable stars, because I can't remember them all. What's some? I'll just look. There's some other stars that are a bit vague and not super interesting, because I can't remember them. But a good course. Not enough snowmen. Needs more snowmen. What's this place called? Tall Mountain. More like Tall. Second worst. Second worst. It's a boring looking stage. It's just brown mountain. And most of the stars are just get to the top of the mountain. Now get to the top of the mountain again. Very boring. Very. Ugh. I don't like it. There's the monkey, I guess. But there's like 2 monkeys, and it's like, what the heck? Getting 100 coins on this is also a pain. And like I said, it just looks boring. There's that little part where the red coins are with all the vines. That's probably the most interesting part of the level. But doesn't save it. Tick-tock clock. Low S. I don't think I could put it higher than other snow level that I forget the name of. But tick-tock clock. No, I will. It's my theorist. I like it more. No, I don't. Conflicts. I find Tick-Tock Clock to be one of the most interesting courses, because it's unique. It's not like, oh, this is a fire level, this is a snow level. This level is a clock, which in that itself is interesting. The problem is there is a couple stars where you just have to get to the top, but in different ways. So like there's a branch part, so it keeps it a little interesting there. And I think just with the cool thing of entering the course, depending on where the clock hands are, determines how fast or slow, or maybe even stopped, that the course will be. And I think that's a really cool effect. So low S, big small land place. Tiny huge island, yes. Remember this. Tiny huge island. That's a C, a high C. It's an interesting idea, but I hate finding the secret level star. Race, you know what? Low B, because it has some interesting race with the Koopa the Quick, defeat the Wiggler. The red coins are kind of interesting. That's probably the hardest. All the red coins are in one area. Red coin star, beating up the piranha plants, and just the gimmick is pretty good. But I find that the course, it just isn't built well. Like the structure of it, I don't really care for it. But the idea is fun. Wet dry worlds. Controversial opinion. Low A.
Not
Because obviously the best water level, if you even classify it as such. But just the puzzle of the gimmick and the puzzle of finding the right water level. If you enter the course, the water level changes. There's a lot of different stars in this. There's a separate world thing, which is kind of fun. But it has another one of those find the 5 secrets that, as I said, I really don't like. But a lot of people don't like this, and I could see why, because it's kind of boring. But the outside, I like the little map outside. So visually, it could be better, but I like it, so my list. Wasp Fortress. Middle of S. Middle of S. Because there are a couple of just get to the top of the thing stars, but they're an interesting way to do it each time. With the owl, with that weird tower. And then the first time where he beat Womp. That's iconic, and they remade this in Super Mario Galaxy 2 for a reason. I will say it's a little compact compared to like Bomb Bomb Battlefield. That's not necessarily a bad thing because there's a warp. There's a cannon where you shoot the cannon to the corner of the wall there and break it. That's an interesting map, star. Yeah, I just think this is the earlier levels I find are better than some of the later ones, except for that place. We won't even mention it. Not that I forgot its name. That's my list. I'm going to post this on Twitter the day this comes out, so check that out. My Twitter is in the description. What do you think of my tier list? Did you agree or disagree with anything? The most relevant tier list I've ever made? This is the only one I've made so far. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And as always, stay punny.